everybody, welcome back to another Turn Back Tuesday. So right now we're going to look at something a bit different, but more or less what we usually do. We're looking at annuals. So we've got a bunch of annuals here from my childhood. Go have a swatch at them. So the first one we've got here is the real Ghostbusters annual. I've only got this one because of my mate Keita. He managed to pick this up during a retro pickup that he was doing, and he kept it for me, so I've got this. So it's the real Ghostbusters for the cartoon. Let's get the front cover of my main man, Mr. Stay Puft, being menacing as all hell to the Ghostbusters. Look at that. So it's on both sides. It's basic. It's from Marvel, this one. So let's have a look what's in. So the first thing you notice, I'm going to move the camera back a bit. The first thing you notice is this massive picture of goddamn Slimer. I hate Slimer from the real Ghostbusters. It put me off Slimer as a character on whole because Slimer was a bad guy. He was never the pet. So this book belongs to nobody. So it belongs to me. So that's a weird. So there we go. We've got the Ghostbusters table of contents. So let's have a swatch. So you get a story. Most annuals have a couple of stories in them along with comics. So this one got the Bust Man's Holiday. So see what they did there. So I'm not sure if this was drawn for the annual or it's taken from the Marvel comics that we're doing. So there we go. So this is a fucking novel they've written here for this other story. So it looks like mannequins coming to life, Doctor Who style. That's just creepy. So there's a wee toy Stay Puft coming to life. That's even creepier. So we've got another comic. So I used to love getting annuals every year at Christmas time. I didn't know what one I was getting, and I just loved getting them. So here we go. Classification of spooks. We've got a class 1, Vapor, Mist or Other. So we've got, that just looks cool, straightforward PK detection. Then we've got a class 2, which can chuck stuff, I'm assuming. Class 3, which is some purple monkey looking number. So we go up to class 4, which is a weird ghost. Class 5 is what Slimer would be classed as. Then you got class 6. Alright, I'm pretty sure Stay Puft to class 7, people. Pull your fingers out your asses. See, Gozer, that's Mr. Stay Puft. Pull your finger out your... Oh, you've lost me, Annual. You've actually lost me. So there's another story. The artwork in it is actually pretty cool. I don't know why I said that as I get a picture of Venkman in his boxers with a t-shirt that says Metal Witch. Only picture of Venkman is a metal fan. So we get more artwork here. So what is this? Spengler's Spirit Guide. So let's have a look. Scoob's Guide. There's, doesn't say much. Oh, he's talking about books. He's rating books. Alright. There's Tobin's on here. There we go. Tobin's has got 3 stars. About the best of the rest. Thorough, informative, but a little out of date as it was written in the year 327 AD. Difficult to obtain. I've got a copy. I might do a video on the Tobin's Spirit Guide if that's something you'd be interested in. So we've got another comic. So yeah, you're getting quite a lot for your money. This got a creepy looking mushroom ghost. Don't know what's going on with there. There must have been... Look at that. That is some awesome artwork. Let's just take a minute to appreciate that. We've got what it looks like Scottish ghosts. Then you've got... I don't know what the hell that's meant to be. What is this? Winston's Diary, Day of the Life. That's just some awesome artwork right there. That picture alone. It's like the most colourful thing in the goddamn book. And that's saying something. So I think this story's set in Scotland. It's been a while since I've read this. So I'm going to have to flip through this again. So, more comics. Alright, make your own Slimer. Look at that. I'll stick that there if anybody wants to take a screenshot and print it off. Because that just looks cool. Make your own Slimer. I don't like Slimer, but I appreciate stuff like that. Although it would waste your book. Photocopy, people. Photocopy it. Alright, there's a Slimer story. The real Ghostbusters at Loch Ness. I can appreciate that. What's one of the Scottish themes in this? It's awesome. What the hell is that meant to be? No, doesn't explain what it's meant to be. Right, there's a Loch Ness Monster. Alright, so this sometimes happens with manuals. You get a wee board game that you can play with, make you win coupons and stuff, and it gives you the rules. Yes, that's pretty, I remember him for the cartoon. I'm pretty sure he's part of a family. My wife and a big stupid son. There's all the ghosts escaping. I'm pretty sure there's Scotland up there again. And then we've got a picture of Slimer. So that's that one. I've spent a bit too long on the one book. We'll try and flick through these. So another one is another real Ghostbusters annual I got on eBay roughly around the time that Keita gave me that. So I think it might be more or less the same thing. Got a big picture of the Ghostbusters, awful picture of Slimer. What's that all about? Man, pull your finger out your ass. So there we go. You can put your photo in this one. This one must have previously belonged to someone called Alec, who couldn't be bothered writing his surname or address. Thank God he didn't, because I'd have to rub it all out. Right, so you've got the video nasty, so you've got your basic stories and comics. Oh, there's a page missing. I get ripped. Oh, maybe they done the wrong cut out Slimer or whatever. What's this? Phantomine masks, yep. So somebody's cut this up. I actually can't remember if I flicked through this or not, or if I just shoved it with the annuals. Oh, there's another mask in there, but why did you not? Right, I can see why you didn't cut it out, because that's horrifying and that's Slimer. Would they fit a child's face? Because look at the eye holes. This one's been a bit let down, so I'm just going to skim this one and move on to the next one. So the next one is from 1995. Those were from 90 and 91. So this one is actually from my childhood, not from eBay or been given to me. This is actually from 1995, or it would have been 96, because most people got their annuals Christmas time. So I was given this by my friend Jojo. You know who you are? He was my best friend till primary 3, and he moved to England, and he gave me this when he moved away. So, as you can see, to James from Joseph, or Jojo as I called him. They've also got a couple of stickers in there from Sports Day at the time, so that was for the egg and spoon race, that was for basic sprinting. I used to be fit-ish. That was primary school, and they can run at a decent pace. So it's the Biker Mice from Mars, a well overlooked 90s cartoon. So here's some bios. I don't know why they're starting with the bad guy, Mr. Limburger, the big disgusting guy that's also an alien underneath. So let's skip forward a bit. You've got your basic stories, like any other annual. Then you've got another bio, so you've got a cool picture of Frotto. Actually, the artwork in this is beasting. Look at that. That's fantastic. It gives you a bit about him, tells you never seen him without his glasses. So how did they get the picture of the glasses? Yeah, I know it's a drawing, but still. Loopholes. Some more comics. Right, lost parts of you've got to find stuff. I've ticked everything I found, but I've not circled the stuff that I found. Right, let's find something. So what we want to look for? Let's see. Some root beer. Let's see if we can find some root beer. There's root beer there. I think that's root beer. I'm going to assume it's root beer. Alright, there we go. There's my man. That's Modo. That was my favourite biker mice. His big robot arm that had a gun inside of it. So there we go. You have the best memory. Has to be Mars. Miss home more than the guys realise. Wrestling our brothers. Oh. Don't give me a depressing backstory. I just want you to beat stuff up with your bionic arm. So then you've got a bit Modo misses home. So that must be why the bio was before this. That leads into the story. So that's just cool. Breaking through a rocket just to make sure it doesn't take off. So I was recently showing my wee boy the Biker Mice from Mars DVDs, but he didn't want me to put them on. But maybe he might want to see it once he's seen this. Then we got Vinny. That's some cool artwork as well. So the artwork in these books have been actually pretty good so far. So yes, I've got more games, more comics, stories as usual. Then I've got, hello, got Charlie, but don't remember her looking like that in the comic or the cartoon. She was always wearing greasy overalls and stuff. What are they giving children pin-up pictures of her, man? Nasty. I thought I was Sabretooth the X-Men for a second there. But it's Kuroda or Cody. Not Commander Cody, but Kuroda Cody. So you've got a wee story with her in it. Then you've got Goodbye. It's the same picture. So we're to a final annual. Got to try and wrap this up soon. It's Monster Wrestlers in my pocket. This one's from 1996. I used to love Monster Wrestlers in my pocket. If you don't remember what they are, they're basically monsters in my pocket, but they were wee wrestlers. Wee rubber figures. You'll see a picture of them in there. That was my favourite Monster Wrestler, the Executioner. But now I look at it, it's a spitting image of Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe. So there's some Monster Wrestlers. There's my second favourite one. I think his name is Bloodsucker or Blood Vampire. So yeah, you've got Frankenstein knockoff. So let's have a quick swatch what's in this one. So yeah, so it looks like a cool creepy book. So it gives you a couple of bios. These aren't as good bios. Then you've got your usual story. Then you've got a wee team roundup. Then you've got your puzzles, your usual puzzles. Then you've got more comics. What in the hell? Slamming their arm and stuff like that. What kind of training is this? I suppose they are monsters. Then they're fighting a giant arm. As you do. suppose it is, arm wrestling. So then it gives you monster munching, what do your favourite monsters want to eat? So let's have a look at the executioner, he's my favourite. Heads, of course, I eat heads. Alright. Baskets of them, well, okay, can't always get them, he admits, but sometimes he likes to have cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off and maybe a fairy cake. Alright, can't judge people these days, so I'm just going to leave that slide. So let's have a look. So, I'm not really seeing much there with the vampire guy. Blood vampire. Oh, there he is. Let's see, that's a cool picture. Bloodsucker, the vampire, I thought his name was just Bloodsucker, so then it tells you his like favourite hold, the brain drain, but you can't do that to the guy with a metal noggin. So this one also had a wee board game, which is pretty cool. Set inside wrestling rings to get to the championship. Then you had your comics. Then, oh, this is I remember this. It was a choose your own adventure. So basically you'd start off going, Major Wrestling Championship is coming up in 3 days. Will you find some wrestlers to practice from them or go straight to the gym for training? So let's go to the gym. So number 22. Where is number 22? 22 is up here. So you arrive at the gym, but Harry Headlock is having a week off. Bulldog Drumhead is here in the office to help train with you. You accept the offer, as you know, go to it free. The gym is part of training equipment. Bulldog recommends the following items which you go Terror Tomb. So we're going back to number 4. I'm going to make this quick. Number 4. You step into the Terror Tomb, you begin your training. Bulldog Drumhead is ready to slam the door behind you. He's laughing and you notice that he has a large padlock in his hand. You realise that Bulldog Drumhead plans to lock you in the tomb while you jump out of the Terror Tomb just before it closes. Ignore him because you're good at piling locks. I'm going to jump out, I'm going to leather that guy. I'm going to beat him up, look at him. I think he's going to lock that on me, so we're going to pay number 20 down here. Relieved but refreshed after your brief stay in the Terror Tomb, you decide to get your own back in Bulldog. You spot him hiding next to the Musher Crusher on the corner of the gym. Let's go to 29. 29 is right here. You attack Bulldog Drumhead and throw him in to challenge you to a wrestling match, or you tell him to see him in a ring at a championship, or take him right now. We're going to take him at a championship. You don't fight for free, people. Brock Lesnar taught us one thing: you don't fight for free. So we're going to number 8. You forget about Bulldog Drumhead and go ahead and finish your training. You're on. It's hard work, but it's safer. Soon you're first round of a championship. Go to number 9. You wrestle your way through to the 3rd round. You're about to enter the ring again when Bulldog attacks you. Flip a coin to find out if you can beat off his attack. God damn it! Get out a coin. Didn't know this was going to be happening. Already had a coin already, but so heads and tails. So let's find out. So heads go 23, tails go 36. Let's see. It is tails. So 36. 36. So how did we do? 36. There we go. Suddenly you're a Bulldog under his mercy. He pulls you into the dog pound hold and pummels you again and again until you agree to withdraw from the championship. Sorry, but my championship is over. So god damn it, I lost. Alright, we lost that. So what else? Look at this. Whose stationery belongs to who? Nope. Monster Memoirs. More bios. A new story. The history of monster wrestling. Fictional history, of course. Another puzzle, I've actually done that, and I succeeded in the maze. Awesome. Another comic, The Flying Trapeze. Oh, it's amazing how much I'm remembering. More bios. Oh, there we go, some pictures of the wrestlers. There we go, that's monster wrestlers. They were about this big. So let's see how many, I had all of them. I didn't have that white guy, if I remember correctly, and I never had the ring. I'd like the ring, but the ring looks tiny now that I look at it. So that was a competition. I'd have liked to have won that. So that was annuals to take me back. You still get annuals these days, but I don't think they're anywhere near as good as what we got as kids. So thanks for watching. This video has been a lot longer than expected, mainly because of the Choose Your Own Adventure, and I spent a lot of time in this first Ghostbusters book. So that was Turn Back Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your pals, the usual nonsense, and have a good day.